Hey everybody, Musha the Scribe, sending all light, love, and healer energy to all the celestial beings of the cosmos. Um, I'm going to label this video Acceptance of Self. All right. Um, this will be a few tips and tricks, and a couple guides on how to make a deeper connection with your higher self for real. Um, I'm a strong believer that in order to bind the lower self and the higher self, you must accept the former self that you are in. And I mean this in reference more to the physical attributes rather than the mental, spiritual, or soulful attributes, because they're forever growing and changing and expanding. Energy is always moving. To stay stagnant is to die, you know, keep that energy moving. But when I say on acceptance of certain physical things, like I noticed, like growing up, I was always smaller than everybody else around me. Um, I always looked way younger than everyone else around me, and things. Um, and as a teenager and things, this shit bothered me because I'm like, man, how these niggas around me look so old and they look like adults and shit, and I don't. I'm in the 12th grade looking like barely a ninth grader, you know, and that bothered me as a teenager. Just like Toys R Us kids got to be able to grow up one day, man, you know, and that's how I felt. Like shit, like when am I going to grow up? And life happened, and I lived, and I learned, and I've been through a lot of different things. And over that time frame, um, I began to grow physically and things. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm just late with these things, or maybe shit is different for me, and I don't know why. And all the questions that you ask when you like questioning yourself and comparing yourself to other beings around you and things, and that's a habit that we have to break. But with that being said, as I got older and I became mentally stronger, I started to notice, like, okay, now I'm 31 years old. Um, I'm a single parent of four beautiful children, and I'm still being questioned by people like, how old are you really? Like, you look so young. I'm called everything from a late teen to an early 20 these days. And at the age of 31, people take that more as complimentary now. And I'm just like, shit, I'm looking around at my friends who at the time I was complaining how I wasn't, in the time I thought I wasn't as advanced physically and things as they were. And man, these cats out here looking old, baby. They looking real old, and they looking like life done just beat them to hell, man. And I'm 31 with four kids, um, and I'm still trying to maintain. Well, I am maintaining this youth, um, and even though I feel as though I am, I feel like I'm aging well and things now that I'm at this point. But before I was like, damn, why am I so late? Like, what's going on? But I just noticed because I've been back in contact with a lot of those same friends I was comparing myself to before in the past, and they have less children than I do. Um, they're in different places in life and things, but these cats looking broke down and old and unyouthful and unenergetic, and just look like they done been through hell and back. And so now there's a different feeling now for real, because now I understand. At the time I wasn't as aware of different things, information and energies and things, but now at this point in life I'm like, okay, man, like that was a lesson to be learned. So I'm gonna spread this information, like the research of self, knowing thyself, gassing thyself up, man. You have to be your own biggest fan. Um, you are the one that you should believe in, at all times. Through turmoils, through the hard times and the good times. You should never fluctuate that information and base it off of other beings around you, especially in this illusionary construct that we live in. So I think that's one of the keys to binding the higher and lower self. It comes with self love. Like, I have love for everybody, but I can't explain it in the same feeling as the love that I have for myself. And that's the way things should be. I'm a strong believer in you can't show love if you're not giving love. And that includes with yourself. Like, if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? It's impossible. It's an improbable situation. Like, if you don't love yourself, you can't love that other person the way that they should be loved. And you can't express love to other people that way if you can't express that love to yourself. And that all comes with acceptance of who you are, um, and acceptance of where you know in your soul that you're going, not basing it off of where life, which is constructed by other motherfuckers, and you're being manipulated. You can't base it off of where they want you to be going or their idealism of what you should be. You have to accept that is within yourself for real. And everything will work out for you. You'll receive mad love. You'll receive all ancestral and cosmic energy. You'll receive that binding of higher and lower self. And um, importantly, you will receive understanding. Because if you understand yourself, you understand the cosmos. If you understand yourself, you understand the universe. It is what it is. So, like, self hate, it got to go. Love yourself. And